And the thing about being disciplined and stepping into observation is that the process involves you controlling your thoughts and your feelings. It's not about just letting everything go, let go and let God. That's complete hogwash, because if you just let go of stuff, you are not being responsible. If you just let go and let God, you are not being responsible. You are not in control. You're giving your
Right.
power away in a completely different way that is promoted as being more spiritual and being more righteous
And
and
I
being
think you're just throwing it out there, right? When you do
yep,
that, you throw it
yep,
out. You don't really, you're not controlling it
yep,
or observing it. You're just going, well, I'm letting it
exactly.
go and let everyone else deal with it. And if I can add something,
Hmm.
when, because we were talking about kids before, as I think we don't realize, like kids especially, like because they're younger, they are really sensitive, that then when they go to school, they do pick up on that. Like they pick up there, and they're always observing. They're always looking at, is my teacher upset today? Are my friends sad? Or is this bully
Yep,
going to bother me?
yep,
Like there's always that, like they're always looking, they're always feeling for those things. And I don't know that we teach them enough, because we don't know. Like I know it's taken me a long time to understand how to do it for myself, how to let them, like how to be present and to actually observe that. Because I know a couple of my children lately have even said to me, yeah, like when I go to school, I'm always like, when people are talking, I catch myself worrying about, well, what if I said this, are they going to be upset? Or if I said that, am I going to be, you know, are they going to laugh at it,
yep, yep,
or maybe I shouldn't say anything. And they're sort of filtering and censoring themselves, because they are feeling so much around, and it's hard for them to be themselves. And then of course they, have all these insecurities about themselves, I think. And I think that's true for a lot of people. Like you were saying earlier, that you didn't really have that, you never really filtered anything
yeah,
through that
yeah,
when you were a kid and a teenager. But I think a lot of, I know I did when I was a teenager. That's exactly what I did. And I know my kids have kind of followed that too, because you're just not sure about the world. And I think, especially that the more you do go inside and the more you become sure of yourself
mhm,
and you feel secure in yourself, you can go out into the world, because it is the world that's not, certain, I guess,
yeah,
right?
or
But we
not
can
stable
be, but
emotionally.
we can
Yeah,
be, how, if
yeah,
we're stable
yeah,
emotionally and being responsible, we can, if things get thrown at us, we can go, huh, okay, how do I want to deal with that? I don't have to react. I
yeah,
can,
yeah,
take the time to
exactly.
go,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
you know.
So there's an experience recently that you're reminding me
Mm,
of, the feeling of being back in school. Like when I was younger and going to school out in the country, my dad and I recently went and got groceries on this a couple days ago, and we went into this little country grocery store, and it literally felt like I was back in grade five.
Wow.
And it literally, like, all the pressure and all of the projections of like, why is this guy so different? Why is this guy so different? Who is this? Who is this? Who is this? Like, what's so different? Like, what's going on? Like, everyone's shadows, everyone's egos are just like the pressure. I was like going, whoa, what? Like, oh my god, I feel like I'm back in like grade school. Holy crap! Oh my goodness! And it's just like a palpable
reliving.
thing. It was like I couldn't wait to get out of the store, but I had to, like, my dad's doing groceries, and I'm like waiting on him and having to be patient. And I'm just like, everybody, like the pressure, the fear, not just like from it, being the pandemic and stuff like that, but the fear of like me being so different and shaking
Mm,
people up energetically, and just me being myself and relaxed in the midst of that was freaking people out emotionally. Like got like, we're supposed to like social distance and stuff like that, and I had people like doing triple takes at me. I'm going, I'm just like grabbing some broccoli. What's going on? Like,
I'm not
what?
even close to
I'm not even
you.
close to you. Like, what the heck?
Yeah.
And it's making me,
Mm,
realize, like, now that, like, you brought up what you just brought up in terms of that space of how you guys filtered,
mhm.
like how much I ignored when I was a kid, like how much I just cut right through everything when I was a kid without even understanding the kind of pressure I was under. And
Well, maybe that's why you had that experience, was to
Yeah,
actually
yeah, it is.
understand
That's
that
exactly
what you're able to
bringing.
cut through, where
Yeah,
a lot of people have to really work at it or
yeah,
become conscious of it first, right?
yeah, exactly. No, that's exactly what I'm feeling. Is I had this experience and it's still like percolating, and it's not that I've like been grumpy since, but it's just been like, part of me has been going, well, what the heck? It's like, how are people like, you know, how did I deal with that? Like literally, like, from my Friday experiences, like, how did I get through that without like losing my cool? Like, how did I, and it reminds me like that experience of going to school out in the country and being so different from everybody, not being Catholic, not
Yeah.
being French, coming from a family where both my parents worked.
Yeah,
We're not we're
that
not
can that can
farming
that's a big
family. It's
deal.
just like, whoa,
Yeah.
this is like two, like, and the constant bombardment day in day out. As soon as I got on the school bus, it was like, you know my energetic defenses were up. As soon as the school bus literally got within like 100 feet of me, I was like, okay, school time, armor, filters, click, 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 turning everything on, just so I could get through the day. And as soon as I got off the bus, it'd be like, I would be a completely different person.